Welcome. Welcome to this transmission of grace. In this little energy session, we're going to quickly do some purification processes just to clear the air, to clear you, to help you get into this state of grace and stay there. It's a good thing. So each time we do one of these energy sessions about grace, we learn more about it. And this time what we're saying is that grace is the state of being that is experienced when we get out of the way, when we're not blocking or interfering with the natural flow, when things are simply allowed to unfold, not the way we would have things happen, but in accordance with divine will. It's divine grace. We're going to bring you into that state in this session. It's to allow you to experience this state of being. And whenever you want, you can replay this and reobtain this. Some of my business students like these so that they can go through them right before business meetings or meetings with clients and things like this. It's all good. So think about how you might want to use this. And for those of you watching this on video, I apologize if everything seems tilted. My camera's a little tilted and I couldn't get it to be quite straight. So thanks. Let's close our eyes. The energy for this is already building. It's already being there. It's good. So let's get started. Choose to be in the center of the core being. Activate the base chakra. Choose to be deep within the I Am presence. And receive 3 relaxed deep breaths. We do this a lot. We call this the 3-breath technique. Relaxed is more important than deep. And through your nose is good if you can. If not, do it through your mouth. It's all good. And when you're done with those 3 breaths, choose to be back in the center of the core being. We've talked about this before. The core being is the location and you want to be in the center of it. So now we want to turn on these energies. We want to activate them. We want to energize these frequencies and waveforms that you brought back with you. That's like kicking them up into the excited state in chemistry. We want to amplify them, like turning up the volume on the stereo. And then we want to anchor them, lock them in to our node, which is in the center of the core being. And we've talked about that node before. Allow this energy to permeate your entirety. And rather than use Shakti or essences, we're going to use consciousness to clear the chakras right now. Before we do, I'd like to call in the Ophanim, the archangels. Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Urel, Krael, Yisharel, to come forth and be present, create sacred safe space around us, and pave the way for this experience. Be in the center of the core being. You'll notice that when you are in the center of the core being, that those thoughts, a million thoughts a second kind of thoughts, stop. Your emotions ease up. The center of the core being is a distraction-free zone. So now, if you know how to cut the cords, go ahead, cut the cords. If not, just agree to allow the embedded recording to cut them for you. Because by doing so, we're energetically distraction-free. Nobody's pulling on your energy, which is not yours anyway. And nobody's pushing any energy to you. We want to be distraction-free. So go ahead and cut the cords, or agree to allow the energy to cut the cords. I bet the energy was quicker, and it doesn't matter. Good, good, good. Allow your current state of affairs to quickly pass through you. For in that are the areas in your life where you would like to apply some grace. And now, let's just set that aside. Let's not put any energy into those situations, those thoughts. Be in the center of the core being. In the center of the core being, you're directly connected to part of your consciousness, which some call the superconscious, some call the higher self, some call the soul. It's all the same thing. And it's all part of who you are, part of your immortal nature. The rest is your conscious awareness and your subconscious. Your physical body, mental body, emotional body, etc., all those bodies are temporary. They are the human shell in which you live, this multidimensional shell. So I like to use the analogy that we're like hermit crabs and we take on a shell that fits. And when that shell no longer is working for us, we shed that shell, return to our native state as consciousness. Subconscious, conscious awareness, and superconsciousness, the soul. They are not separate, they are one. In the center of the core being, you are most directly connected with that soul, with that higher self, not being filtered by the emotions or the mind. So just allow this. And as consciousness, not the little voice in your head, because you're not that little voice. You're the one that gets to choose to go along with the voice or not. As consciousness, let us know, get into the knowingness that our base chakra is perfect, is clear of all debris, is clear of all the dross. And when you reach that knowingness, that you know that it's clear, then we'll move on to the root chakra, the first chakra at the bottom of the spine. Again, using consciousness, just know that this chakra is completely clear. Allow this knowingness to come to you without any doubt. That first chakra is our life plan. And now the second chakra, it's about balance in every aspect of life. So let's be in the center of the core being. And using consciousness, allow the knowingness that the second chakra is completely clear to come to you. And now let's do the second chakra. The second chakra is about balance in all aspects of life. And just know that that second chakra is clear. Good. So now let's do the same with the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. This is your personal power. This chakra has so many issues that can be attached to it. We want to clear as many away as we can. The need to control. It's a big one for a lot of people. The need to be right. The need to be a victim. The need to be a bully. Anything that affects the flow of your personal power can be in this chakra. This is the chakra of your personal power. This is your battery pack. If you're having issues with the third chakra or any other chakra, please take your right hand and form a cup and hold it up to receive the energies better above your crown chakra. Take your left hand and form a little hole in your fingers like this and aim it wherever you'd like to send the concentrated energies. And this will supplement the healing by consciousness. Particularly if things start tensing up in the body. Good. So now let's send things into the fourth chakra, the gateway chakra. It's the only chakra that has two colors. For here in the incarnation. And then there's a bridge to another place beyond the scope of this workshop, of this energy session. So just know that your heart chakra is clear. Over the millennia, people have learned how to put all kinds of sorrows and ecstatic joys, typically about relationships and other people, into their heart chakra. That's not where this stuff belongs. Allow all that stuff that you may wish to keep, and maybe you don't. But if you wish to keep it, allow it to be moved to the proper location. There's no blame, no shame, no guilt about things being there. This was learned over millennia and millennia from human consciousness. We've learned how to clutter our chakras. So in the center of the core being, allow yourself to come into the knowingness that that third chakra is clear. Excuse me, the fourth chakra, the gateway chakra. And now we come to the fifth chakra, between those bones here on your neck, area at the bottom of the neck. This is where it manifests. Using consciousness, allow yourself to come into the knowingness that your communication chakra is clear. When we were children, most of us knew how to use this. Something was happening in school the next day and we didn't want to go. It was like a miracle. We wake up with a fever and not have to go. Because this is communication between you, your consciousness, and every cell of this body. It's about communication between you and other people. And it's about communication between you and your guides and your teachers. Communications. In all of its aspects. Good. So now let's, using consciousness, clear the Ajna chakra, the brow chakra, right in between the eyebrows. There's a little divot in the bone. That's where it manifests. That's not the chakra itself. Come into the knowingness. Allow yourself to coming into the knowingness that Ajna chakra is clear. The Ajna chakra is about insight, foresight, prophecy. This chakra is your wisdom chakra. Allow yourself to come into that knowingness that it is clear. Good. Good, good, good. So now let's do a clearing breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Do not hold it. Immediately sigh it out. And when you sigh it out, vocalization is good. It's that vibration that we want. So it's just, ah. And you'll feel that reverberation through your body. Good. Whenever we clear chakras, the next thing we do is connect them. They're already connected. We're just clearing the pathways of those connections. So we're not going to connect all the way up. Let's just connect from base to the 36th chakra. All the inner chakra connections all at once. If you have trouble with that, you can go base to 1, base to 2, base to everything up to 36. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to everything up to 36. 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 2 to everything up to 36. 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to everything up to 36. 4 to 5, 4 to 6, 4 to everything up to 36. 5 to 6, 5 to 7, 5 to everything up to 36. 6 to 7, 6 to 8, 6 to everything up to 36. And 7, the crown chakra, is perfect in everyone on this planet except for maybe a small handful. Less than a dozen out of all the billions of people on the planet. So 7 to 36, all the inner chakra connections, all at once. And then many people have described the experience of all of a sudden energy coming down because it now can. In the center of the core being, ask for divine grace. All the octaves of divine grace, all those different frequencies, but it's all the same waveform, the waveform of divine grace. And let's breathe this in. Let's breathe this in. Breathe it in some more. Activate, energize, amplify, anchor it on your node, and allow the divine grace to permeate your entirety, which is about 16.7 meters in diameter, 55 feet. 55 feet is like a 5-story building. So 2.5 stories from you outwards in every direction. Huge. That's how big each and every one of us is. And just fill it. Allow it to be completely filled with divine grace. Be in the center of the core being. Command that all of your bodies immediately balance, align, center, and ground. So we want to activate, energize, amplify, and anchor this divine grace on your node in the center of the core being. And allow divine grace to permeate your entirety. Allow this divine grace. Accept it. Integrate it. Allow it to implement in your life. center of the core being. And let's begin that process now with the violet flame and the sacred fire to transmute, release, and replace any debris that might be left behind in this process of divinizing with divine grace. To divinize, to make divine. Allow these gentle waves. Allow yourself to change. Trust the process and love God. center the core being. We're just allowing this divine Shakti, divine grace, to wash through us, to assist us and help us, and directly changing that which needs to change given your current situation. Simple, easy, whenever you want. So I thank you. I thank you very much for participating in this, for allowing yourself to change your base metabolism rate, vibrational rate, not metabolism, excuse me, to come into this inner peace, to touch on this knowingness, this consciousness that you are. And if you like these energy sessions, please reach into your heart and donate to Shaktify. The information is below. So thank you. Thank you so much.